First First Cavalry Division. And,
Okay.
And it covered a lot of, well, there's four. In one division, they had four different groups, and I was in the First Cav, and I believe it was in the fourth or fifth division of the First Cav.
Does that stand for cavalry? Does Calv stand for cavalry?
Cavalry. We didn't ride horses.
Who were you closest to out of your troop? Did you have someone that you were closest to out of your whole troop that you became good friends with?
Yeah, I guess. James Baird. Yeah, now though, 'cause he's older than I am.
And you were in Korea for 2 years? You were in Korea for about 2 years?
Yeah, 22 months.
22 months. Were you on foot most of the time? Were y'all like walking on foot most of the time?
All the time.
You were on foot all through Korea? What is Korea a lot of...
We had trucks that they supported us from one place to the other, and I drove one of those trucks most of the time. When we would move, they'd get me up, put me on the truck to move them, It was,
Where did y'all stay at night? Did y'all stay in like a building at night or a house?
well, it depended when you was in there. If you were in Korea, you didn't stay in no house.
What'd you stay in?
In a tent. If you was undercover, it was under a tent, and you didn't hardly ever stay under a big tent. It was one you slept, put a sleeping bag down and throwed it down on top of the ground. That's that.
Really? Was it cold out there or was it hot?
Yeah, shoot, it was cold. Well, it was hot during the summer, of course, but when we was in Korea, it was cold over there.
Did a lot of people smoke cigarettes out there?
I don't even know. I did, I know.
Well, I had just seen one time where they said not to smoke at night just because that was dangerous.
Oh, yeah, you wouldn't just smoke at night. You better not catch you smoking at night, do you? I'd hate to go back through all that junk again.
I bet that was hard
I don't
since...
think I could go through it now.
Did it take you a while when you got home to get over it, like being out there? Was it hard?
I didn't pay much attention to it. I don't even know when I got over it, if I did.
Did you have any trouble adjusting back when you got home? Like I know you did.
Yeah, because I was over there 2 years and everything was just completely the opposite of what it is here, You didn't have any time of your own, it was government time, and when they told you to be some work 5 after 10, they didn't want you there 6 after 10. They wanted you there 5 after.
Yeah.
And but I didn't mind it like a lot of them did though, because I didn't mind taking orders. A lot of them just didn't like to do it because they was ordered to do it, and I didn't care.
Did they pay
When
you?
I went in, what I was going to get.
Did you get paid?
Get paid?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I guess I hadn't thought about it before. I knew our soldiers now get paid, but I didn't know if you did back then.
Yeah, they paid you and fed you and everything. We didn't get a whole lot of pay, but got all we wanted to eat. And clothes furnished. No, I enjoyed most of the service when I was in, except it just in Korea,
Was it just bad out there?
Uh,
Was it just really bad out there?
Oh yeah, this, well, it's like any war, you know, that you just had to be careful where you was at all the time.
When you came in, did they drop you out of a plane or did they like land a plane?
Well, they dropped us out when we was going into active duty.
Like you parachuted?
And
wow,
That's
that's
the only
crazy.
that's the only time I ever had to parachute in sir. We had just got out of training, you know, and they trained you to jump out and what to do and everything, you know, when you did jump out. And they had it down to where you wouldn't make no mistake. But I didn't mind it though. I didn't dread it or nothing.
So when you got there, how long had the war been going on?
2 years, I guess.
So you must have got after all the destruction had really started and everything.
What?
So by the time you got there, a lot of the destruction had already started. So you probably just came into a mess.
It was almost over when I got there.
Really?
When I got to Korea.
When did they decide to come home? What happened that they said that y'all could come home?
From Korea, we just won the war. The war was over.
And what was that? Do you remember what that was over again?
Huh?
What was it? Because the Koreans, were they
Korean
communist? Was that North Korea or South Korea?
Well, that was who was fighting North and South Korea.
Oh, and we came to like help out.
We came to help the South out.
Oh, okay. Because the North Korean, that they're communists, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have bad dreams when you came home?
Not really, no worse I don't think than I would have had if I hadn't been over there, you know, if it had been somewhere else. No, I don't really think I did, you know. You dreamed over there all the time anyhow, you know. And wondered what you're going to do the next day or where you're going to make it through the next day.
Were y'all helping rebuild? What was your group, not group, well, what was your group doing down there? Like, were y'all helping rebuild, or were y'all taking out?
No, we was pushing them back, getting them back where they belong.
North Koreans, was it?
North Korea and China. China was just on the other side of North Korea. China was in there, you know, and of course they was in the fight too. And they was with North Korea.
You said that was in 52? Did you say that was in 1952?
That's when I went in. It was right way along toward the end of the war there. It ended in 52, I believe. Let's see. No, it's 53 or 4 one, I guess it ended.
And did you get a letter that you got drafted? Did you get a letter that you got drafted? Did it come to weren't you out working somewhere and you got a letter to your house?
Yeah, I was in Oklahoma.
How did you find out though? If they mailed the letter to your house but you didn't live there, who told you? Did they call you on the phone?
Yeah. They better call me on the phone because, boy, that's one thing. They didn't put up with not showing up, you know.
What do they do to people if they don't show up?
Put them in a pen.
They go to jail?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
There's a lot of them went to jail just to keep them going to Korea, too.
Really?
You know, they're safe in jail, see?
Yeah. Was that looked down upon, though? Did people look down upon people that did that?
Yeah, a little bit. I never did, but a lot of them, I think, did.
Did everyone in your troop come home?
Did
everyone in your troop come home?
What do you mean?
Like, all the people that were in your group that you... What did you call your group? Your...
101st Airborne Division.
Oh, did everyone in the 151st Airborne Division come home?
I don't know. I was the first one to come home out of it.
Oh, so they sent y'all home at different times?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
when your time was up for service, seeing none of us went in at the same. Well, some of us went in probably at the same time, but not very many. But they just when they sent us into combat, well, they didn't pick nothing. They just pulled them in, you know, and you didn't know when you was going to be called in or nothing.
What did you have on you? Did you have like a gun or knife, or what did they when they sent you?
Yeah, you had a rifle I had a rifle and a pistol and.
So they gave you stuff to protect yourself.
And I had a knife in a bayonet about that long, you know, on the side here, and then you had plenty to protect yourself, but if you had a chance to protect yourself, but you might have and you might not have.
What do you mean, like it happened too quick and you wouldn't catch it?
Yeah, they come up behind you or come in when you sleep or something like that.
Were y'all just like in the woods and stuff and they were just trying to find y'all and y'all were trying to find them kind of thing?
That's what it was, yeah.
That's crazy.
And we was I guess pursuing them, you know, because we went in from here over there, you know, and onto their territory. And North and South Korea was fighting, and we took up for South Korea, and that's where we done our fighting in South Korea.
When you were over there, did you just have to really just be on your toes all the time? Did you just feel like you could never put your guard down? That would be stressful being over there for that long, feeling like that.
That's the worst thing about it too. You didn't know when it was going to happen, or you know it was going to happen, but you didn't know when or nothing, you know.
When you got home, were you jumpy? Always feeling like someone was going to get you?
I don't remember if it was or not. I don't think so, though. I remember that when I come back to the States for discharge, there's this old boy that was in the barracks with me, you know, and
Yes, sir.
they called you out every morning for reveille, you know, called it reveille. They called you out of your barracks and lined you up and had the roll call, you know, in case somebody left during the night. But they had a roll call every morning. We had a roll call the first thing, you know. And there was another old boy there from Tennessee, but he wasn't from around here close. As somewhere around Nashville, I think, or maybe on south of there a little bit. I don't know, but he was from, and his name, mine's James D. McAlpin, you know, and his is James D. Baird, and when they'd call every day, they had roll call. You know, the first thing in the morning was roll call, and they'd call their last names, and you had to answer with your first name and middle initials. You know, and me and James Baird, his name was James D. Baird, B-A-I-R-D, and me and him would stand side by side, you know, and some of them fellows would look at us, you know, when
That's so funny.
They'd call, of course, we'd have to say James D, you know, because they call out the name Baird, you know, and McAlpin, and you'd have to give them your name and middle initial.
That's funny. So y'all both were like James D.
His was James D.
So did they think you were being smart aleck?
Yes, I don't know.
That's funny.
I doubt that though, because they could have cut that out real quick.
What would they do? Did people ever get in trouble, like cut up and get in trouble?
Did what now?
Did people ever cut up and act silly?
Yeah, they put a lot of them stay in jail half the time.
Really? Over in Korea? Even over in Korea?
Uh-huh.
They'd smart up out?
Oh, yeah.
And then they'd go to jail?
They'd do it to keep them going to combat.